Okay, I want to talk a little bit how to read a what's known as a chord chart. In the guitar world, we honestly see this more than we see normal music, although we'll talk about that and we'll talk about tab. But this is kind of what we see when you just got to play some chords. So what we do here is you noticed we've got this kind of longer lines, some smaller dashes, and some chord markings on there. They all kind of give us information. The first thing to notice is every one of these dashes, these longer lines, happen every one of these four smaller lines. We like to break music down into chunks of 4, 3, and 2, depending on the song. Just it's easier to count that way. So a normal piece of music, where you're tapping your head to, that's kind of what these lines represent. And we just like to count to four. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And that stays constant. That's a constant pulse. If you were listening to something in your car, uh, at home or something, it's kind of what you nod your head to with that one. So that's all these represent. And these longer lines just help us break them down into smaller chunks. Because if they weren't there, it'd be a whole bunch of 16, and you'd have to count. Okay, after 16, something happens, or after 12. This one is just we just think of every four chunks. So above a line is where you start that chord. So in this case, the very first count, we start an A chord, and we're going to play it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, two chunks of four, which is 8. So we'll play that 8 times right now, all downstrokes. When we get to the ninth one or the third set of four, we switch to the D chord. Only play it for four, switch back to the A chord with that one. So it's kind of how you read these, kind of gives you an idea of that. Now, this little double line with the dot, that's called a repeat. That means after you get to here, we go way back to here and do it again with that. Now, here on the verse, you'll notice it's every four counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, new chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, new chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, new chord. Just helps you kind of organize it. And as we play it and as you go along, it'll make more sense. But for this one, will be an A chord for 1, 2, 3, 4. Second measure 2, 3, 4. Then a D chord 2, 3, 4. Back to A chord 2, 3, 4. So I hope that makes sense.